Peace to the God.
Peace. You looking radiant as fuck. I love it.
I
You
just finished
say,
playing some ball with
bro.
my sons and shit, so
Yeah.
I was,
I
yeah.
was like, ah.
Yeah.
I- you looking good, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for, you know what I'm saying, rocking out. How you doing?
Thank you, God. I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. Staying with my master out here in New York and between my family house in here, man. Give thanks to Master China looking out. Me and my sons come out to do some things, move around a little
Oh,
bit.
word.
Yeah, touch the soul. I always touch home before I finish a project. So as we're finishing this album thing, I come home and write my last two or
Oh,
three, and I'm good. So
okay.
yeah,
Oh, dope. Oh, dope. Yeah. How long you out there for a minute, or you just for how long you out there for?
yeah, probably a week or two. I have some family to touch base with. It's hard for me to take a vacation, so this is kind of like a mini vacation. This shit. So
No, it's good.
so yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
And going home, it's needed. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, a lot of times to touch base, don't forget. You know what I'm saying? So where we come from. So
Yeah, man. Yeah,
no,
man. Big up to my nephew Goose too. He holding us down out here, man. He's into the filming and the sound. He does sound for the Roots concert. What's the name of the Roots
the
picnic?
picnic.
Yeah, he do sound for them and
Oh,
whatnot.
okay.
So yeah, he do big things. He opened up his company now, Gas Production. So you know, we planted some videos and things of that nature, man. So it's always good coming home.
Yeah, building with family is great, right? You know what I mean? Like
Yes, yes.
that makes it even more special when you can build with, you know, people in house and you know, like
Less
yeah,
headaches. Less
yeah.
headaches.
It should be usually. I mean, but yeah, sometimes it's more headaches. But yeah, you weed them out too. But yeah, no, it should be. No, it's good though. That's good.
Yes, yes, my lord.
Or,
How's your week, man? How's your weekend? How's the time been, man?
things been good. I've been trying to be outside this summer a lot more. I've just been trying to be out in nature more this summer. Wasn't as much last year, and so just really trying to be out in the woods, on the water. I like to kayak and hike and stuff, so just got a lot of those types of trips planned. So it's hard. It's hard because I got a lot of other things I'm trying to do project wise.
Yes.
So it's hard for me to take a break or try to enjoy. But I realize like winters are really brutal where I live. So they start in like November and go until like April, and it's cold and it's gray. So like when it's sunny here, you really need to get out and like be so. So
Yes.
that's been kind of
I
the
do.
priority this summer, just kind of getting out and being outside and kind of connecting with self, you know what I mean, and just with nature and stuff, and getting back home.
That's
Like
what
that's home for me.
it was, man. That's what it is. We was barefoot this morning boxing and put the pads on, hit the grass this morning. Then we moved around and we just finished playing some ball a little while ago, man. So we're enjoying the summer to the fullest as much as we can, you know.
Yeah, I shot the other day. I haven't shot in a while. I shot the other day at the park. I did actually the post on it because it was a crazy double rim. And I
Yeah.
was saying, my jumper ain't like that. It used to be no. You got to be money with the double rim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Outlast
Yeah.
me and you. So
Exactly, man. We gotta put some curry on our rice, man, you know.
yeah, yo, if we got a chance though, if we get a chance, we gonna. This is total off the cuff. We got because we rock with the same basketball squad, and there's some fuckery going on out in Los Angeles. And I think if we got a chance, we might have to talk a little Lakers, yo. So,
You said the Lakers looking good? I didn't hear you. It broke up.
They ain't looking good.
Yeah. You don't like them?
No, I don't like them.
They didn't get the Rosen. They didn't get no extra players or nothing.
The biggest person they got was the Sun, who averages 4.8 points a game. And a coach who's never coached anybody but his son's youth team.
Hey, but this is what I told my son. I said the greatest player, one of the greatest players to ever play, is not going to put his stamp on just anybody to come in and be a fool. He's not going to let his son be a fool on that floor, bro. So everybody can 4 points, whatever case may be. You know, NBA has misjudged draft players before. You know what I'm saying? They misjudged Klay Thompson. They misjudged Steph Curry. Okay.
Do you see kid as a star though? I mean, I'm just saying that.
I don't think
But
QB the level of his pops. You know, I don't think there'll ever be anybody like his pops, really. And I wouldn't want him to go for that. You not his size. You don't have his legacy from the high school floor to this. He's done well where he was, but you know, why go through all the college and all that business? What, you know, he got money already. If he can play and get in, you got to hook up.
Nah.
Hook it up, let him get on the floor, man. Why not?
Hell no. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? My pops was in the league, dog. I'd be like, yo, son, I'm not going through all that college and all that. I'll show up. But man, but I'm already good in the bank. What am I going to college for to prove what to who? And I'm already rich, and my pops is the richest nigga in the world.
I'm about to getting interference on the line. I'm about to let you go. You're always my foil, like my you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it though. All right, everybody, we actually gonna do the show. Episode 38, Constant Elevation.
Yes.
Smalls like Jamal with a T. To Floyd, Brother Jay, X-Clan.
Yes.
Right here. Yeah, Black Watch Movement. And we do this every month. The first Wednesday every month. We build on hip-hop topics and culture and stuff like that. What life in general. I was talking hoops. We get into a lot of different things. All of our past builds are on the YouTube channel. And this is a structured build, even though it doesn't seem like it right now.
Yeah.
But this is a structured build. So please, this was a fun one because we're actually going to get some audience participation. I'll tell you why in a minute. So, all right. So you guys, normally we talk about a lot of issues in hip hop and stuff like that, but we want to be solution based. And we've done a similar show in the past where we've talked about solutions to different things going on in hip hop. But what I wanted to do, because I like to be practical about stuff, and I wanted to get off of this show with like 3 or 4, 5 things, whatever, a few things that we can practically do, like the average person, anybody, whatever, we can break it down by category, can do to help push this forward, push this culture forward. Like, and that may look differently to you than it does to me, but that's what I'm going to do. So we'll get some audience participation too, as far as suggestions, and we're kind of going to focus on the DJ and the MC for the most part, but that's kind of where we're going to go. So you cool with that?
Yes, my lord, I'm good with that.
Cool. So let's kind of start with the DJ. And if you guys want to toss up issues, and we've talked about some of these topics before. Like, what are some of the major issues in that DJ element? I got a lot of DJ friends. If there's some of you guys want to on here and you jump in, I mean, there's a few things. One is I've seen this is that like the technology has almost made the DJ in some ways obsolete.
Yes.
And so is there a workaround to become?
All right, so I'm the perfect person for this, brother. I love this.
Let's go.
All right, so one.
All right,
DJ,
one. You got bullet points. Hold on. All right. All right.
I'm the perfect person for this, my lord. So let's start off with the DJ. All right.
Yep.
Now, DJ back in the day from the original Element is the central control of everything. They control the levels of the mics. They control the, they are the center, if you will. All right. So they can see the party, who's grooving. Usually when the artist is performing, the artist is not seeing what's happening because they're focused in the zone with their lyrics and so on. No matter what kind of master ceremony you are. The DJ doesn't see people moving. They'll adjust and know what cuts to play, so on and so on. Now, the way that elevates from back then, because now we don't need that. All right. Shows have changed. Cats got 5 minutes of funk on stage. Cats got these Hot 97 concerts. Go out, do 10 minutes and you're done. There's not too much underground, grind for an hour type of thing. So cats are starting to replace the DJ with the instant replay. Give them your key, let them press the thing and go on and do whatever. Now, this is where the DJ survives. One, you have to master engineering finally. Get off your lazy ass. The turntable, just pressing the buttons is not going to be what's happening anymore. Now it's time to come and control the back equipment that goes around the artist. When the artist shows up, the lyricist shouldn't really even have to go to the sound check. If the DJ is taking care of the sound check, connecting with the backstage, The DJ should also be making the beats and communicating with the people that make the beats for the group. Okay? Because if you don't know your MC's flow by now or your group's flow by now, you should be fired. Period. Okay? Okay? Now the DJ taking care of those responsibilities is earning his cut. Because for you to wait to just go on the road to take a piece of the check is no longer acceptable. For you to just sit in the studio and just pick a sample and throw it in just because it sounds like whatever the case may be is not production. All right? So the DJ has to elevate. That means go to school or find the engineer friends that you have, increase your talent to where it serves your group. You don't need a certificate to be in your group, but you have to be more than the dude behind the wheels. Okay? Yeah. You have to step up in production. That makes the artist step up. That means the group steps up. That means your pay steps up. If you go to the levels of going to a band, the DJ is still the nucleus. I don't care if you even have a drummer on your band. The central control of the stage and everybody connecting is through the DJ, period. Because they're there from day one. I don't know how cats build their groups nowadays, but these are for cats who started from day one and are still doing it, in my opinion.
So that makes a lot of sense. So it's basically like add to your bag. If you look at it in a sports analogy, it's like go work out in the off season and come back with a 3-pointer, or come back with a reliable step back or post game, mid range, right? Like, so add to your bag. Now you've increased your value to your team, and you can, you're a 3-and-D guy or something versus just a liability on defense. So I mean, we like using sports analogies. So add more, create more value for yourself, and right. I mean, bottom line.
Yes.
Now, so okay. Now, what about So that's a perfect one right there. You guys can do this right now. What about for the because there's various aspects of DJing. What about for the DJs that are like primarily, can you even just exist primarily as a DJ? Not even some of the cutting and scratching, but like doing shows. I mean, like being the center of attraction. Can you do that as a DJ now? Do you think?
As far as like opening the show, holding it down before the artists come out, what do you mean?
Well, back in the 90s, the DJ scene was so thorough that like you would see Rock Raider, Executioners, Scratch Pickles, all these guys. I mean, there were actual shows, even especially in the West Coast. There were shows of just DJs doing their thing.
But that's technique. This is now talking about elevating them to the 2024 situation. You know what I'm saying? That's part of your hour show. If you're going to display your group on stage, say you went to the BET Awards, you don't have time to be doing good. Nah, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. The DJ basically is setting the decor for the stage, the backdrops, everything. He's a producer now. You can't come in here talking about, I control the turntables and just press the button, dog. I'm not giving you a check for that. That's not what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Step your game up.
Step your game up, man. That's why underground hip hop is suffering right now, because now groups are breaking up. Like, why am I paying an extra plane ticket, hotel, food, whatever for a dude just press play, come off? The DJ has to be a more intricate part of what's happening. Make it easier for the master of ceremony to serve the audience. It all is one. All right? Even if I'm LeBron, or if I say I'm Jordan, Steve Kerr has a position. Horace Grant has a position. He may not be the front runner, the front man, but your rebounds, your jump shot from whatever is useful. So for the DJ, your Horace Grant or Steve Kerr, you even making it good for me to hit that shot to let me know what the crowd's going to react to the best. That means you helping me with my playlist. All right? We going into St. Louis. Don't do no underground such and such and such. Let's get a good song. Let's put Funkin' Lesson on. Let's start the party grooving. Help your artists, okay? When you picking tracks, all these tracks are coming in. Boom. Let me help you. Let me help you get some hooks on these bad boys. Why? Because you're a DJ. Why? Because you dig in the crates. Help me pull a hook. Help me pull some contacts. You know what I'm saying? We all travel together. There's 20 people. I can't meet them all. You may have 7. 7 of them niggas might have beats. Hook me up. Don't let them people be a pain in my ass. Protect my peace as an artist. That's what my DJs did for me, my lord. Big up to Sugar Shaft. I never had a problem. You know what I'm saying? I pick something, he comes in, he collaborates with me. Yo, I want to rhyme to Knee Deep. Here's things that mix with Knee Deep. Let me show you something. Let me spark your fire. Check these drums out underneath this. Check out this part on the breakdown. That's how me and my DJ get down.
So he was more than just a DJ. I mean, we keep going back to it and back to it and back to it. I mean, add more value, bring more to the table. So, and again, this is why I always enjoy talking to you, because, you know, like, you take it from one space. Okay, let's look at the DJ. Yeah, but you're basically shutting that down and saying, okay, you got to be more than a DJ if you're going to survive. Yes. And I appreciate where you kind of the route you went about it like that.
Yes, my lord. Because we never made the turntable an instrument. We never made the MPC or any of these things that we create, all these great beats. We never stood down to make that an instrument for people to say, okay, stand behind this and you're considered like a drummer or a guitar player or a saxophone man. So these are things we could have been solidifying, like, yo, all these great records and stuff we made, all these pieces of equipment, why isn't the turntable an instrument?
Right.
The orchestra, right.
The orchestra has somebody on the fucking triangle, like, you know what I mean? Like,
correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct. So it's not the MC's fault that the DJ is not worth anything. It's the fact that hip hop didn't stand up for the element. What is the culture if it's not elements? So if you're not going to stand and say, yo, man, you can't say hip hop without the graffiti writing and this and that and all that shit. So what about the DJ? Before anybody was rhyming, the DJ was first. So how did we forget about it? Because we didn't fight. We so busy fighting with the young boys if they singing trap or if they doing this or you singing R&B or you doing whatever. You so worried about they bag, and we didn't even solidify what we were. How you going to put all these things in the museum and you never solidified the instrument as an instrument? It don't make sense to me, God.
Yeah, we left the main component of the foundation of our culture completely out of the equation.
Correct. And that's why somebody could come to you and say, fuck Wu-Tang, nigga, we don't play that shit down here, because you don't respect the elements from where they made that music. Okay? Bun B and them don't sound like they made that shit in the basement, nigga. That shit sound like I got in the studio with some bomb-ass fucking church niggas who know instruments and shit and made some gangsta-ass rhythms, and now we big sounding like Dre. It don't sound like the raw shit that you made off the turntables. I'm sorry. It don't. It's two different worlds.
And you made the perfect analogy the last time we talked. You just said it, like, when I made beats, I literally was in a basement or in an attic, a dusty. I mean, it was literally, we were underground. Even RZA's basement flooded. That's why there's no Inspector Deck first album. So it's like, as far as the original joint. So like, cats really were in basements. So there's, like I said, there's a different vibe to the whole thing, man. You know, like, as far as, you know, that. So that's an important point, man. But yeah, man, we left it. You're dead on, man. We left the turntable out.
Yes, sir. We left it out. And by doing that now, it's like, yo, when you think about rock and roll, what do you think about? The nigga with the guitar and the hat and all that bullshit. Yeah, you think about they thing, the drummer, everybody live, band moving, hip hop. What are we, just walking back and forth on the stage? There's a turntablist, there's a dancer, you know, there's all kind of different elements depending on what kind of show you were. You know what I'm saying? Even with DJ MC Hammer, 40 niggas on stage, there's still a DJ. There's still different elements on there to keep shit right. Run DMC, Jam Master Jay, all that shit. God bless them. When you started taking the DJ out of the picture, you start fucking up. You know, I'm one of those dudes, man. I was stubborn, dog. I carried turntables way into the era even when CDJs was popping. And I said, well, who am I trying to prove this to? You know, carrying these extra large ass fucking turntables like I'm making a fucking point. People don't care about that shit. I started compacting my set, but I still respect the DJ element. I still want somebody back there. I'm not going to be like, play number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just going to sit there and wait for them to finish and do this on stage. I may even want to stop and say, spin that, take that off, put that Mobb Deep on, and I want it popping. I want you to be working with me. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in sync with me. It's like being on my team, dog. You can't just be like, I'll be standing in the corner and just throw the ball for me and I'll throw it up. Man, you got to know them plays. You got to know my looks. You got to know my whistle, my hand signals, all of that kind of shit. That's comforting on stage when you have an anchor working with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the DJ element is important. It's like the glue or Draymond Green, if you will, of the fucking team. You know, fuck if you the greatest DJ in the world or not. If you're the glue that keeps everything together on stage, that's what the disc jockey is, man. He is that glue, in my opinion.
No, that's not really. That part is not really an opinion, man. I mean, that's a my opinion. It's a fact. I mean, because it's just that's just what. From what I understand, from what I've seen, knowledge and thing that I've gone through, the DJ, yeah, it's the backbone of the whole shit. And so, to your point though, right? So we've seen both sides of the spectrum. I've seen some shows where the DJ, like, big up to my man Elder Sensei, he Artifacts. He always has like dope DJs for his shows, people that he's really in tune with. And so, big up to my man DJ Eyeball. So they were doing a show, and they were just vibing, like they've done this so many times or whatever and rocked so many times that like they were just like boom 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 boom. They was they was free, they were speaking right, speaking through. So then conversely we've seen it where like you grab somebody last minute or whatever, I don't know, or something fucked up or because now look, we're in 2024, you got the club sound person like as your DJ person now, right. and the whole show's going sideways because there's how that works. So that happened a lot too now because again the DJ's been so devalued, they're not paying for the DJ to come. Oh, we got the sound, we'll take care of all that, and then they screw it up. So that's happening too.
Correct. So they got to get back into the respect to the element. I think. I don't ever think it's too late for the DJ, but like I said, step up. Because if an artist is doing an album, if I have scratches on it or not, dog, I need engineering. You know what I'm saying? I need organizing. I need that DJ knowledge for 20, 30 years to find me a hook that nobody else can touch. Find me a break that nobody can find. That still is valuable knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. New music is cloning old shit. So cats are singing stuff in different tempos, man, but these are old records. And if you don't believe me, just check out the the top 10 songs right now and find the breaks that match them. Even Sexy Red is rhyming off of an old break.
So
this is DJ knowledge.
Yeah, you got it. So bring more to the table. So then, here's another aspect of DJ I wanted to get into. Like, what about the aspect of the original disc jockey who, early in hip hop used to break records and things like that? I mean, it seems like that whole game has changed too, because is that completely dead as far just from a cultural standpoint? Is the breaking of, seems like that's dead because of streaming, like in some ways. It seems like albums don't really get the traction that they once had, or they get it for like a week and then we're on to something else.
Well, repeat the question again. I was distracted, my lord. That's my bad.
I'm sorry. It's like the DJ. Do you think the DJ, as far as breaking records, is still is it a thing? Will it be a thing anymore? Because that's another part of the original disc jockey. Like, so I'm just looking at it from a cultural. We had people back in the day like breaking records, new joints and stuff like that. You think that's completely wiped out of the culture?
Yes, because we don't go out anymore. The only way records are being broken is to young kids that go to the club to get drunk for their first time or whatever. It becomes their church now. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you been to a club, man? Like, yo, I'll be back next Friday. You know what I'm saying? We don't go out like that no more. That's how you broke records. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now who's going out? Oh, I've never been out before. I've been locked down in high school or whatever. It's time for college. Young heads is going out now. So, the records that we like are not going to get broke, but all the goofy shit is going to be broke, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is how it goes down. I imagine our parents before we came out, Gladys Knight, God bless, might have had a hit record. Now we're taking the sweet spot of Gladys Knight record, looping it, rhyming it, making it some other shit and forgetting about their era. And now that's happening to us. So breaking records that we like is not going to happen unless we start our own platform and we learn how to support. Now, you can't say for every person in the world to go back to start, buying records now. They're blowing, niggas not gonna be blowing $100 in records every time somebody come out with some shit. Niggas are rhyming into their phones talking about this is a record. People who follow the science get the record done, get it in the lab, master it, process it, put the marketing on it. People who do the process respect them. It's easy now. But if you think you're just gonna rhyme into the phone and 2-track something and put it up and feel like, yo, we're gonna get 100,000 hits, man. Nah, man, we not fucking with you.
Yeah.
There's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And we have to draw the line on what it is. If we're not gonna listen to the goofy shit, and we're not, and we're saying, yo, you can't do it as easy just rhyming to your phone. You got to put some effort and some sacrifice into it. What is the sacrifice? You know what I'm saying? The process is the sacrifice. Okay? Getting in the lab, getting the support you need to do a quality project. If you're a person talking conscious material, I want to hear you over banging ass beats. I don't want to hear you over Tinker Toy shit that you can afford because your man took $5 for the beat. I want you to know, if you're talking about any kind of intelligence and we're talking outside of the booty bullshit, because this show is not dedicated to the booty shit.
Of course.
We talking the real shit.
Oh.
So if you're going to talk the real shit, take the realness, process it correctly, and be the example. Set the tier. So that way, everybody who think they can rap thinks twice and goes back, let me check my bars. Let me make sure my shit is right and not just come off the top of my head with some dictionary slop. That means nothing to me. 2 weeks from now, it does nothing for me. All right? I'm celebrating 35 years of quotes that now niggas can still use as street knowledge. Okay? I'm hoping that becomes a trend more than anything. Fuck my style, fuck the beats that I chose, everything. I'm saying, yo, man, take adjustment to the knowledge and see that you can still use the knowledge true and living right now anywhere you go in this globe. Period. All right? So I'm hoping that sets a bar more than anything else outside of my production, just for people who listen to me, who are inspired by being masters of ceremonies or even disc jockeys for that. Because I'm a DJ to heart first.
Right. Yeah.
I stepped my game up, added emceeing element to my shit, added production to my shit. I stepped up. They didn't even have a name for a nigga like me. What do you call me? Hybrid? What do you call me? So it was the Grand Verbalizer, Funkin' Lesson, Brother J. I come with my own circle, come with my own lingo. You can't look me up in these corny MC dictionaries. I wanted that to become a trend. You feel me, my lord? So, if they're not coming with that kind of influence, man, stay home and rhyme to yourself. Rhyme at the barbecue. Rhyme for your girl in the bed or something. Don't come out into the game and make it bad for us. You know what I'm saying? Because when you weak and you intelligent, you make it worse for us. Like, your conscious niggas be sounding like y'all niggas be eating alfalfa sprouts and bullshit and y'all ain't da-da-da-da-da. Come on, nigga, come on. We the real soldiers, man. We protect the streets. Niggas destroy the streets. We protect the streets, and we protect the people that run through them, But I don't want to get on that. I don't want to take it somewhere else,
Nah, I love when it goes somewhere else. Because that's what it is, yo. As you said earlier, we speak real shit, yo. It's not, if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere because it's supposed to go there. So I'm and we can always go back. I mean, whatever, we got the notes here, but like it's important when it goes there for either one of us because we're speaking from the heart. So that's the realest shit there is. So before we go to the MC, we're gonna go back to the DJ and just ask. So would you say the main thing that the DJ can and should do? Because we said we're trying to, again, our goal for everybody joining in, we're trying to come up with 2 to 3, whatever it's me, practical things we can take away from this show and say that we can do this now.
Yes, and we gave it to them. We gave it to them. Step up, engineering, production.
So yeah, that's the big step your game up. Add more value to your team.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Learn more, do more, and be more than because like, as you've said, the scratching's great, but
you don't pay the bills.
For very few people, and they've got that market cornered. So you know what I mean? It's not, you're not going to be new coming into this shit. And I'm gonna be a scratch DJ and like make bread. Sorry.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the MC. All right.
Yeah.
you set it off. Like, what? Tell me this off the rip. What this? Some of the biggest I got streaming on here. Some of the biggest issues facing the rap MC element of hip hop.
What do you think is missing, big brother?
Ooh, flips it on me. I always say it's a four. I'll tell you. Here's my thing. I'll say it's a 4-part problem. I say for the music that's coming out, which is I think, and I say that it's a 4-part issue. I say you have the artist who's made a choice in some cases to put out some fuck shit, but then you have the labels and people, the industry people who are pushing and trying to help steer this fucked up narrative. You've got the media, like World Star, quote unquote, hip hop, which is bullshit. If you look up hip hop on go to any blog right now, and you think you're going to hip hop, you're going to some fuck shit. 9 times out of 10, it's not real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So that's so you got the media, and then you have then the media have the fan who consumes and pays and supports bullshit. So to me, it's a 4-part issue. That's what I say when it comes to the rap element. That's how I always frame it when I share things. That's so I say it's all of that.
I agree, and I say this with the MC thing. I think that I think that real lyricists do too much. I think we work too hard. All right. Because we put our emotions to this craft. It's become such a business. It's like the music is be clear, have fun. We're, real MC cats are being so technical that the attention span of our audience has been so dulled. You know what I'm saying? And there's no rhyme that could come out of your mouth that can get them to go woo-ha, such and such and such. You don't stoop to a layman's term, but you got to make a good song. And a good example of that is someone like, let's say, a Kendrick Lamar. All right. And I'm not on all this new shit. I've been saying Kendrick since we started years ago. I told you Kendrick. And I said, look, when I heard the Isley Brothers joint, I love myself. And for that to be in Dre's camp, you're being conscious, you're hanging out the room, the car, and you dancing, you're doing your thing, free. I love the freedom of that. And if you notice, the lyrics weren't complicated. It wasn't like you trying to be, I'm the most deaf, and my hat's to the side, and woo woo woo. But it's not that. It's real, true, and living lyrics. I like Slaughterhouse when they were produced by Just Blaze. I heard a lot of powerful reform, men who are now sober spitting bomb lyrics. I can hear that. They don't know how to bottle that. You know what I'm saying? When you announce them for an award, they don't have a bikini on and a bra, some lipstick and shit, bullshitting as men. So they don't know how to bottle that and offer that to say this is real hip hop. That's not the Grammys' job. That's not BET's job. That's up to us. Why has there never ever been a platform where we can say these are our 10 MCs? So those are the leaders of hip hop. Those are the spokesmen of the game. Why is Black Thought not in a higher rank than what it is? You know what I'm saying? Why has Common been forgotten and now like an actor rather than, what he's always been to us, one of the top? You know what I'm saying? We don't even have a pantheon to celebrate cats where we could say, yo, man, we're going to keep putting this money into you, keep setting the bar. So that way we know, when we come with ours, we got to come with our process correctly. There's no bar with the MC shit because everybody got a different flavor. I like my collard greens with turkey meat. I like my collard greens with pork. These people like that swine in their shit. You want to just talk all that booty music and twerk it and lick it and my ass is this and that. Come on, man. There's people who want that, that organic fully. You know what I'm saying? So we have to, again, create the realm for the MC to be respected first. This is why cats like Talib will say, yo, don't call me a conscious artist. Because we don't want you to label him where he gets tossed to the side as a musician and he's like, and they're like, oh, Talib is one of those conscious dudes. He talks like this. And you won't put him in a consideration with Nelly and, and whoever is the top, making top pop music. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the MC is confused with success and not knowing what to write to serve this era. How do you how do you spit bars to an attention span audience that's just flicking their thumb up on the screen? You got 5 minutes to entertain them or 2 seconds to entertain them, and then they off to the next one. How do you put your heart and soul into something like that? It's got to be depressing. You know what I'm saying? And I hear it in artists. They're very depressed. You got all the ability now to produce. Everything's affordable. You can have a studio in your house, and you think you at the prime. You've been doing something 10, 15 years as a young artist. You may have never been out, and you feel to go out. Who are you writing for? What are you writing for? They don't even have a category for you. You know, that's a real serious dilemma, my lord. You know what I'm saying? We have to fix that first from the administration side.
Yeah, so it's interesting because I feel like along that lines, it's like someone said knowledge is missing. I mean, I feel like along that lines, this is what we're getting pushed. What's being pushed on us though is the bullshit. So even though you can do whatever you want, the bullshit's being pushed, and as you said before, there's no balance. And so I've seen show lineups from 88, 89, magical years to me in hip hop, with like Public Enemy, NWA, Run DMC, De La Soul, all on the same bill.
Right.
And like because it was all like it was hip hop. It wasn't like this genre, that gangster rap. It wasn't this. It was y'all was doing. I've seen X-Clan with like other groups and stuff before. Like it wasn't. So I think the original, like there was lots of variety in this shit, and it's not there anymore too. I feel like in some ways, like people say, oh, here's the formula. I gotta sound like little fill in the blank, right? Little fuckhead or whatever, and that's what it is. And I feel like that's a big part of it. It's not cool to be different.
It's not
these days. Like
it's complicated to be different now. You're not following the flow of the cattle. So it's complicated. You want to veer off and say, hey man, there's green grass over here. Nah, man, the master say go this way. This is where the paper's at.
Right.
Or are we trying to be free and just eat, or are we trying to have to follow the shepherd everywhere he said go? Man, we gotta follow the shepherd, man. He always will find somewhere green for us. That's the mentality, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because think about 88. Some of the albums that came, I mean, I've run through that year. Slick Rick, like 88 and like so much variety in music was out, and it was dope. Main Source, X-Clan, De La Soul, NWA, like what every flavor, and it was quality. So
characters.
So
you just named artists that were like characters, like comic book, Batman, Superman, Flash. We don't have that anymore. It's now Tom Jones, Bill and Ted. You know, it's now
Jack
Harlow.
Jack Harlow, you know, or some shit.
Yeah. It's now like, you know, fuck it. I don't need to create no secret name. It's now, you know, that was part of the fun of it. It was part of like, yo, where's this crew from? What region are they from? Let me hear about Brooklyn, New York. You don't know where these niggas from. You know what I'm saying? You don't know anything about these artists nowadays. It's just like, yo, this is who everybody's worshiping right now. This is who the program director says is the shit. They play 7 times a day on the radio, so everybody must be dancing. So you go program, you go to the club that we don't go to no more, and this record is now hitting, and you have no idea. And then next thing you know, you watching the TV, all the trophies in 1 or 2 niggas' hands walking out, and you're like, damn, nigga, I never even got a chance to know you. We're so detached. We think we know hip hop, and yet we're detached. And then we come with well, that's not hip hop, that's rap. You know, we got all these now we're creating divisions in our own shit. Now, while we fight this civil war, the young niggas come and say, well, y'all go fight about what's rap and what's hip hop, nigga. I'm gonna go get this money. Hip hop and R&B seems to be popping, so let me put my little robot voice on. I can't sing for shit, but let me turn that shit up to the left, man, and go ahead and go make me some bread, and it works. You know, put your soul on the dotted line, and the next thing you know, $5-10 million later. You know what I'm saying? And we see what happens at the ends of those contracts. I'm sure Diddy signed a contract. I'm sure all of these people who going to jail now, all this other shit, I'm sure they signed all them fucking contracts, my lord. When the lease is up, when it's time to get out of that high rise, get out of that penthouse, sell them cribs, no more shorties, no more life, no more parties. It's done. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you want, MCs? What is the goal? What are we rhyming for?
That's
You
what
rhyming to be
we have to ask off the rip, right?
correct.
Any situation though, right? I mean, it's important. What are you doing it for? Because
What's the purpose?
I
All right.
always say, yo, if you want to be, I say to artists all the time, I say, I think you can still eat in this game, but if you want to be super, super famous, world famous, all time, like in terms of like pop, then yes, there's some shit you got to do that you might not want to do. But I think if you, there's ways. Okay, so now we've hacked into some of the issues. What can be done about it? Like practically, what can an MC do to change his or her mindset with the way with the shit?
You got to write lyrics you can teach from. If you write lyrics you can teach from, you can go get some different. You can go get a college circuit to go and pay you by day, and then do shows at night, get 2 checks. So my lyrics are deep enough to sit in front of a college class and say, yo, we're going to take song 3, bar 9 through 16, and we're going to break down world history. We're going to break down current events, building deeper, and know your facts. If you write something, you know, word, sound, power, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? If you write something, give it up. Give it up as a righteous energy for whoever's in front of you. Your music should not have one dimension. Just listen to it and, oh man, the way you do those bars, man, come on, dog. I want you to inspire me, go build a rocket, man. You know, god dang, I want you to do something different. It's inspiration. That's the only answer for artists nowadays. Look, man, people are playing like therapists and all kind of shit on the online, like they know shit. Why aren't the lyricists, the spokesmen, the speakers, why aren't they doing that? Are you writing bars that just, you know, entertain, you know, hip hop to the beat niggas? Or are you inspiring motherfuckers to say, yo, man, I took your words to heart, man, and you know, I really got my life together. You know, when people come to me and say, yo, man, changed my life, I went into studies and found out who I am. I'm proud of being, I was embarrassed of being black. I was embarrassed to speak up with my real voice. I was talking like nasal when I went up into the business place, and I learned how to be proud. I learned how to lock my hair. I learned how to wear more close to my culture. And these can be African, Spanish, it could be wherever. Everybody has a background and the ancestors. So we connected people to ancestors. That put purpose to my music. Okay?
Yeah, my co-host, my co-host for my next show at 10 o'clock, Save Hip Hop Culture. He's Mexican from Orange County, and he loves X-Clan because it helped him connect more with his heritage, and he was so
correct.
So there you go.
Correct. So if you let the media define it, you know, they'll look at us like angry black men spitting Black Panther lyrics. You know, media would describe you if you're unique, you can't let them define you. Okay? So I had to stay relevant. I had to keep doing shows, doing interviews, and letting people hear my voice. You got to be valuable enough for press time. If you just go get the rhyming dictionary and just match words together, man, that's not word sound power. That's you kissing Noah Webster's ass. But that's not word sound power. That's not you generating that spirit and pulling it out. So you got to stay on your craft. You got to learn. You got to really learn more than just one side of the dictionary. You got to learn multiple. And then you got to learn what words are too powerful for the listener. Okay? I don't want to go to a party and somebody's being an egghead to the beat. Okay? That's why I say we work too hard. So now when you write that first layer of lyrics, you got to go back and say, damn, if I was in front of 15 to 25-year-olds, will they understand the wisdom that I've been through on my journey? Will they understand how I've grasped words at 40 years old or 50 years old? You know, because hip hop is timeless, my Lord. As long as you have the ability to rock, it's what it is.
Of course.
All right. All right. So there's no boundaries. If you can always give, then give. But if you don't, if you just bullshitting, dog, stay home. Because we don't need that. It's a deep civil war in the game for bread. You know what I'm saying? It's so much bread going to the wrong places. How is a new artist just come out for 5 years, get paid more than someone that's doing 20 years? You know what I'm saying? What's the problem? And why are you not getting the production that takes you to the next level?
Of course.
I'm saying after Kane rocked that battle, his stock was all the way up. Why are the best producers not coming to him with songs already done? and saying to him, nah, man, get rid of that old flow. Show me what you got, man. Go to the fullest. Push it to the fire. Why not? Why not? You had it, dog. You put KRS and Kane in front of the world, nigga, and everybody had they side of who's who, but everybody wanted the end of the day, because if both of these niggas put a dope ass album right now, that becomes the anchor for the new shit. And that shit went right under the fucking bridge, bro. In my opinion, I didn't see anything come from that.
No, I don't, man. I don't think they capitalized on that, and I think that's where we kind of one of the things where we're slow to some shit sometimes. I mean, yeah, the industry burns us, but like we be shooting ourselves in the foot in hip hop a lot, man. And be like, damn, like self-inflicted wounds are the worst when you fuck yourself up, right?
You
like
fuck yourself up, brother. Very good.
Like, you feel dumb as shit. Like you look in the mirror, like, what? You ain't even got a good story, right? Like you can't happen. Like you can't even say I got in no shit with. Yeah, I fell down or something. You know, like so. It's the same shit, man. Like we do a lot of self-inflicted wounds. So write lyrics you can teach from. I got a question about like we talk a lot about ownership on our shows, like almost every show, like as far as ownership and what about like, in terms of for the MC, like is there anything I got publishing on here, like just it's like what can the MC do from that standpoint, from a business standpoint to in this age, how any suggestions on how to move?
Well, like we said, brother, I understand your question completely. Like we said, publishing means that you can write a book. Okay. If I got a book and an album for you to sell, I can get a good $30 for that. Shit. Nipsey Hussle just selling his shit, God bless, $100 a pop. And you just rhyming about the Av and some gangster shit, smacking bitches on the ass or whatever the fuck his theme was. But that's not too much to read about in a book. So you saying for a conscious MC who studies world history, this, that, different cultures, deities, all kinds of crazy shit, man, come on, just basic street knowledge from a person that sees things from a peripheral view is an interesting concept. You can't tell me that's not going to be a good book to read, to say, yo, what I meant in line 5 was da 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 da. Now you can expand. You only got a bar to explain whatever your fucking thought is, son. So you're compressing ideas. Now when you decompress the whole shit and say, this is what I really mean, and you create a book for somebody, shit, you can get the ebook deal, you can get the hardcover, take it with you. If your people are really fans of what you are, then you should be digging in my box. Otherwise, what are you gonna do? Go buy another T-shirt, Snoop Dogg, $50, $100. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to buy the album on top. What you telling me? You can't go buy local artists, $30, $50, $30, $40 package for a book and an album that you can play in your house. That's why I tell niggas stop cursing on your music. You know what I'm saying? We talk a lot of shit in our interview because it's to the raw here. This is why I appreciate this place. But with my music, I don't curse. I don't go through that. I want you to be able to play my style for your young heads and not have to turn the volume down when they come in the room. It's important. It seems silly to niggas, but I don't need to relate with knuckleheads who don't have self-control. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and place for everything. If I have a world platform opportunity, I want to be clean. I want to have the decency. I want them to say, yo, hip hop is really deep, man. They came here, didn't offend my moms, didn't offend my kids. My people was rocking with them, singing the words. That shit counts. That shit counts. Don't get fooled by all of this. This is what this industry is trying to make it like. We want you to be as coon and selfish with your lyrics, nasty. Bring your women out, let them drop their pussy out and everything. I don't see nobody in country music doing that. I don't see nobody in jazz doing that or any other music genre. Why us? You feel me? I don't see that. I see our moguls going down. I don't see people who run these companies going down, being arrested and all this other shit. Come on, man. I don't see none of this. You know what I'm saying? Nope. They taking advantage of us. So I'm saying we have to steer away from wanting their trophies, wanting their prizes, wanting their whatever. Let's step out of that and just make good music. All those groups you named, De La, Slick Rick, all that music was not complicated. Okay? It was good times over feel-good music. and they kept their theme. Now people don't want to feel good. They want pain. All right? I want to hear how you smoking on your homeboy you killed last week. I want to hear the most low shit. And hip hop has been here before, bro. They got to go back to horrorcore rap. That shit springs up and goes back down.
Right.
And then there's a bunch of people who advance in that shit. They get some good licensing deals on different shit, and then the genre goes back down. For some reason, this new porn, oversexed environment has called out the savage in everybody, and everybody and their mama is singing it. How you justify Megan Thee Stallion, dog? How you justify somebody singing about big dick energy? You know, grown women singing this shit like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just giving up. I'm just gonna give into it. Y'all niggas doing yoga and working out to this shit and all kind of bullshit, dog. Come on, dog. We've lost. If you're an MC and you can't write music equivalent to that, you know, just jump off the cliff, man, and take your rhyme book with you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. It's simple, my lord. You know what I'm saying? This is the challenge. This is what we were built for.
So yeah, we went. I mean, all right. So what's the I guess the solution for the publishing? I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it, or whatever. I mean, like ownership, publishing. I mean, is there anything? I mean, in terms of concise. What up, y'all? Peace.
Hey, you got to expand your brand as a master of ceremony, dog. So we showed them how to take the lyrics into the publishing, creating interesting manuals for people to learn from, teach. You get paid for that. Now, not just buying 10 songs with you wordsmithing. I got physical product now. Now your merch, things that people need, things that are symbolic, that inspire people, something to hang on their wall, inspire their day. You know, you know, these are simple things. This is what the inspirational artist is supposed to be doing. This is constant elevation. So it's not like I'm telling people how to be successful pop-wise. I'm telling you how to be an inspiration to stay out of the way, kind of do the J. Cole, so to speak, while the Kendricks and the homies or Drakes or whatever go at it. Stay out of that battle. Stay out of that war. You want to be nasty. You want to be low to the ground. You want to be low frequency. Do that. I'm over here doing this. I got a pocket of people who buy my books. You get 100 people to buy 30, you know, your $30 package or whatever. It's a start. You reinvest in yourself. Buy yourself onto a showcase and show your skills. Somebody's coming through town. Give a promoter $1,000. Let me get 15 minutes. Let me get 10 minutes. Go back to the old school and go in there and torch and show them what it is. Go in there and see what it is and what it ain't, bro. Because in your head, you're a star. Maybe you got to get booed once or twice. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got to get out there and go rock and realize like, yo, I'm needed. Either way, it's a lesson. You know,
So it's like
you got to have courage.
Make it about talent. I mean, kind of, you know, again, let me ask you a question. It seems like you kind of alluded to this earlier. Like, do you feel that we've become too bar heavy? And I mean, you're saying almost like bar heavy in hip hop, where it's like, it's about the bars, it's about the bars. So I interviewed somebody a long time ago, and I was just like, oh, you know, what would you, you know, if someone found your name, found your music in a box, in a bottle,
right,
200 years ago, like what would you want them to think it was about? Oh, that I was nice with the bars.
Yeah.
Like, word.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
exactly.
I feel like, I mean, so I would say I feel like we've gotten a little too. I love bars, but like sometimes you're not saying anything. If you better be saying something. Like you said, don't go over my head. I don't want to have to like pull out a dictionary to listen to you.
Right.
And it's you know, it's like then I feel stupid and shit too. I mean, I'm figuring out my life, and so sometimes simple is better. I say it in graffiti. I see dope graffiti, and I see cats like, man, shit, like, yo, you could have stopped like 2 hours ago, like, and
right.
That's
a great analogy. That's great. Exactly. You're not here to do a Picasso on the side of the train, dog. You know what I'm saying? Get in, get out. You know what I'm saying? Make your tag known so when people see it, yo, that's the homie. But you're going to be intricate, looking in, trying to put all kinds of shit in each letter. And this means this. This is a secret code. You ain't doing all that. So that's what niggas are doing with lyrics because they bored. You know what I'm saying? You might be in the game 15 years and never had your spotlight because the game went somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You overdressed at the barbecue, and that's what's happening with dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to face that. So it's like, yo, condense down. It doesn't mean that you're shaving your intelligence. Just make it to where several levels of generations can understand, bro. You know,
Right.
we all learned at different patterns, and we're being taught slop education on top of it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get over people's head. When people get home from work, dog, they don't want to hear nothing complicated. They want to hear like, yo, you know, it's getting hot in here. Take off all your clothes. You know, that's what they singing. So you gotta figure out like, yo, what in my arsenal is a cousin to that without playing myself and having to make people strip on the dance floor, whatever. What is the equivalent? And
Right.
figure that out as an intelligent artist. If you can't figure that out, it's not for you. Period. That's where the line is drawn.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the realest I can make it.
Yeah, I mean, that's that. So, the one final question I wanted to ask you before we got out of here was, do you think there is a way? Well, I'll say this. I'll preface by saying, back in the day, like I didn't even use the phrase hip hop until like the late '90s, early 2000s. Even like back in the day, we just went out. Either you were a graffiti writer, yo, I got some cans, you want to come right? I got, yo, come to the house, come to the crib, let's go make some beats, whatever, yo, you want to, or like you spit in the lunchroom, whatever. Even cats that didn't do graffiti had like a decent hand style because that's just what you did. So my point is, all of this stuff was just who we were, it's what we did, it was just how we lived and everything like that. Do you think can ever be a time when? So we didn't even say hip hop. It was like I went over to my friend's house and was like, "Yo, can Mikey come out and do some hip hop?" Like
Right.
it was right. Like that shit never happened. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So like now it's all these characters. I never used the term boom bap. I never used the term backpacker rap. None of that shit, man. Like you X Clan, Ice Cube, Large Pro, y'all were just all MCs. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it was to me.
Right.
So
We
do you
were
think?
expressing. Yeah, go ahead.
Do
I'm
you,
listening
do
to
you
you.
think that like what I'm saying overall? Do you think that the elements all when everybody did like will all ever be like encompassed like kind of like unified again, or you think it all be kind of like separate the way it is now? Like,
Nah, it's always gonna be separate, bro,
mm,
because people are fighting for their definition of what hip hop is. We you know, New York, the New York style of hip hop put a foot on everybody, like we the best, this is where it originated and all that other shit. And now it's been 30 years and the most successful artists in the game are not from New York anymore. So that myth has been snapped. Okay? It used to be you wait for the bell to ring from the New York side to say, oh, this is what's going on. All right? Then people not realizing that the money's in the West. Cats in the West is saying, yo, man, you know, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm gonna go in here, sprinkle a little bit of these lyrics on here for people who fuck with us, and I'm gonna get paid like an R&B dude because I'm playing my instruments. Fuck y'all sampling and bullshit that y'all doing. I'm playing 70% of this so I can get all my publishing and not be giving it away because I'm lazy. Okay? We were given these labels by sampling. We were given licensing deals to old records and shit. So of course they were pushing us to do this, but at the end of the day, it's not original music. All right. When you get into composing original music, you really get them dollars. Okay. Now, when you get that original music popping and you want to go back and redo a song with Sting or this, that, and the other, it's a different negotiation because now you are a power as well. You're not capping off of Sting and so on. So by this time, if real artists are not creating original music, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. If your DJ has not stepped up to become that super producer, everybody should have a premiere in their camp by this time. 30 years, 50 years in the game, and you still talking about, yeah, I'm doing it or whatever. Your producer or your main beat man should be like your in-house Ninth Wonder or your in-house Dr. Dre or whatever it is. Though you shouldn't even have to peep outside your door to get your album done.
right.
Okay? It shouldn't be 50 emails and people sending you beats and all this other shit. The DJ is supposed to say, yo, I got the joints that will rock. I know your tempo nigga. I known you since high school. I know you since whatever. We don't even get along long enough. How many groups to this day are even getting along and can go on stage? Run DMC won't even perform on stage, and the homies are reverend. We just seen the nigga get on at the 50th anniversary and shit, but before that, we didn't see no shows from them. Y'all not getting along. How you not getting along, dog? Y'all one of the last of the Mohegans. I've lost members, and it's like, even though they weren't lyrical, it was part of what I'm doing. If I didn't expand my crew and expand my brand, then I couldn't talk about coming out documentary or album or any of this other shit, bro. It'd be a waste of time. All right?
Right.
It'd be a waste of time. So one, we got to get along. We got to unify in the creative space first before we talk about the people on the outside getting together. Like, y'all get together, hold hands, and throw money in the bucket, and y'all niggas can't even get along. How you telling these people this? The groups gotta heal. When I did the record with KRS, it was like, go get off it. I ain't got no beef with this brother. This is someone that has inspired me in hip hop, regardless of whatever the fuck anybody think. And I can get off my bullshit, be a bigger man. Fuck if my philosophy is the same as his or not. All right? Hip hop is not a race to me. All right? We don't even get along, can't have a party together. How we consider ourselves a race. So my philosophy was different. But I could still respect the black man trying to uplift others. And I left it at that and put the record down. We got to get off our ego.
Right.
All right? Without that, bro, we can't tell these people to unify and say, fuck the commercial world. And I think that's the biggest problem with what we call, quote unquote, real MCs. We so intelligent that we stupid. And that's just 100, man.
So you're saying y'all won't even unify, so can't expect shit.
Nobody else to get the fuck along, bro. How can we? It's hypocrite.
Yeah, it's true.
And
having been around this industry for a little bit, but now it's ugly for the most part. I mean, the rap shit anyway. It's like, yeah, it's not pretty. Like, and people aren't like genuine. It's a weird thing. So, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of people getting along, and there's a lot of like back having like turn around and you got the fucking dagger and this shit, like ow. So,
yeah, bro, and look at your energy now. Your energy is like, in your mind, it's like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to go through building something, or is it worth it to say, yo, this is what, hip hop should be foundation, in foundation, this is what it should be like. Is it worth it to make that point? Who cares about that?
I question that every day, and then fortunately, actually, then it's funny. I question it all the time, and then fortunately, something comes where it's like, okay, I should be doing this. You know what I mean? So I'm always trying to read the tea leaves and know when to, you know what I mean? Calvin Johnson, that shit. Barry Sanders, that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. So you see the body and body language, right? You're like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, nigga's tired.
Hey, bro.
Yo. I mean, hey. I wasn't I'm younger than you and I'm whiter than you. I wasn't this coming in, when I started doing this 8, 9 years ago, it wasn't like this. So
right.
Yeah, but
so that's the big question. Is it worth it? Me getting out here representing the audience? Am I going to jump off the stage and the crowd's going to catch me, or are they going to step to the side and watch me splatter on the ground? That's why cats are not making hip-hop music the way that we talk it, because it's like, I'm going to take some of my life energy that I put into this music and put it into the stream. You can't afford rotation, okay? You can't afford the media promotion that it takes to carry a hit record. You go out there and fuck around and get all them streams, you're going to have to make a deal with somebody to keep the marketing up, or you're a flash in the pan, and someone like an Action Bronson or some shit is going to bite your shit next week and sound better than you. You feel me? And that's just what it is. This is a clone era, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not dissing Bronson. I don't want to even get into people with their dumb shit, man. But I'm just saying, people will sound like you and make it better if you don't have the money to afford your record to move out. They will take your concept, bite your shit, and present it in a different way.
Yeah.
And you can see it now. How many people done did 20 different versions of "They Not Like Us"? You
Right.
didn't get Jesus, and all, you know, then Christian rap niggas and got on it. All kind of weathermen is singing the shit. Come on, dog. It's just a clone shit. Whatever's hot, let's get on that train, smoking, fuck everything, and that's how people are. It's ridiculous. You know,
Yeah.
why
It's ridiculous.
why would you want to jump in the pool with that, with all your intelligence, to be like, yo, I'm Black Thought, I can rhyme like, you know, Common and da 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 da. You don't want to do that. I don't even see the enthusiasm in the guard. He's still nice as fuck, but it's like, yo, who am I rhyming to? Y'all niggas will come back 3 years later talking about, yo, that was the dopest rhyme I ever heard of. And the record, the time that the record had to peak to make it like a good investment has gone and passed. And here you come in the hindsight when you finally had a chance to sit down and say, oh shit, I never opened the album up. I got it in my hard drive. Let me check it out. Come on, dog. I go through that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Niggas listening to my shit now, song like Prison and shit, like, yo, when is this coming out? This is so dope. This record is 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Space People and shit. This record is 10 years old. I'd have been on fucking 100 tours and all kind of shit with this records and shit. And like I said, off y'all grid. I've been in the suburban tour circuit for all those years, bro, because I wasn't playing games with the urban. I'm not coming in trying to battle G Unit and this and that and all that other shit. So I stepped to a whole different grid to cats that never seen a Brooklyn fucking MC, a messenger group. I'm not no rap nigga, so I'm not coming here like, yo, white kids here in Wyoming, come rock with me. No, nigga, I'm coming to tear the roof off as a master of ceremony, period. All right? You have to have courage, all right? If you don't have courage to step into a different market, I've been in Cali over 20 years, dog. I go back, I'm in New York right now. I go back and forth. I touch my soil. It's still important for me and my creativity. But when I go out, dog, I'm the messenger. I don't get with all of that. If it's hip hop, y'all niggas doing spoken word, whatever it is, I can turn into whatever I need to be. And if you don't know how to represent your brand like that, stay home. Just rhyme for your cat and your dog, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not for you. That's real. Because it's oversaturated. But here in this place, it's a blank canvas for the power mind. It's a blank canvas.
So how was that received? I mean, you talked about this, you know, very first time we ever talked. But how was that received? I mean, like, you know, like you going into that zone. I mean, seems like it was received pretty well.
Bro, I toured there for over 5 years. I was on Suburban Noise from 2003 to
That,
2010.
that's crazy.
Talking about.
That's crazy.
I'm
That,
living proof. I don't be talking this shit out my ass. I'm like, man, I done been through it. You know what I'm
that,
saying?
that,
I pay for my own tour van. I book my own crews together. I pay people evenly, come out and rock with me. And I'm not living off the labels, paper, and all that other shit, man. Come on, dog. I know how to budget and balance. The MC has to become a manager.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling the DJ to step up and all that other shit. The DJ has to be the manager that handles. If the DJ's handling the road bullshit, then who's managing what's our work?
Right. Right.
Who's managing what records we putting out? Like we're gonna go with this sound.
Facts.
You
Facts.
feel what I'm
Yeah, of
saying?
course.
So
Of course.
for me going into the suburban circuit, it was me. I'm the outlaw. I was a mainstream outlaw. So now I'm in the suburban circuit with Cottonmouth Kings who are like bikers and X Games and you know all kinds
Yeah.
of shit. So when they see me, you know it's like Sons of Anarchy. I'm the token black dude, but you know, but I'm as good as outlaw as anybody else here. You respect me where I come from. I got my motorcycle and my shit, and I'm ready to roll. This is my motherfucking crew, and that's the end of it. You don't have to be knowing who Marcus Garvey is or Malcolm X and all this other shit. That's my shit. Let me deal with how much of that I want to give to the audience that we fucking with. I might have a whole different pocket of music that I don't even have to put that on y'all
Yeah.
head, and that's just being a versatile artist.
Yeah,
So
right.
you feel me? So if I'm as universal as I say, I should be able to rock 2,000 white kids in fucking Montana and not have a problem if I really know this hip hop shit. And I proved that, my
Yo,
boy.
it's about, like you said, that's like with the DJ, stepping your game up and adding more to the bag, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like It's like I equate it to like a black barber that can cut anybody
Yeah,
hair. Like, you know what I'm
there
saying?
you go.
I know he's like, yo, I like to learn how to cut these white kids' hair because, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
More bread. He's nice. He can do the
Yeah.
design. He can give you that left
Correct.
to right with the little fucking and
Yeah.
do whatever. So
Yeah. You want the Flash Gordon look, nigga? You want the
right,
Billy Idol and shit, nigga?
right.
You want that fucking hot mullet, nigga? I got it for you.
I
Let's
got you.
go. And
You got
that's what it is. If I'm a
twist.
barber, I'm a
You want the
barber.
twist? I got you. So because I've learned and mastered everything. So again, going, you know, there's a lot of always themes in our shows, right? I mean, we've been doing this for 3 years now, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
like there's like being versatile, right? Like,
Yes.
you know, learning different aspects of the game to for your own knowledge, but to then, you know, better the crew. And so like these things, then that you just said, step your game up as an MC, so you can rock. Yeah, because you can't call yourself an MC if you can't. To me, if you can't rock in other settings other than just some like street shit, like
You goddamn right. You goddamn right, dog. I performed in big ass arenas. I performed at goddamn middle of a ranch where a nigga just clear out the animals and got 1,000 kids to come, and we rock in the middle of a ranch, nigga. You know, shit shoveled to the side, speakers come out. You know, because the dude who owns the ranch happened to have concert speakers and equipment and knows engineering. That's why I say hip hop teams are not even versatile. You go to a town, you got an off night, and the homie got a little paper say, yo, let me go tell all my people to come down, put $10 in the bucket, man. Y'all want to rock on your off night, man? I'll give you $3,000 to do whatever. And then if you're not versatile and know how to be a master of ceremony in front of 1,000 guests, nigga, then jump off the cliff and take your rhyme book with you, dog.
damn.
Period. What is it about?
Yeah.
You think you're gonna have the one set audience you stuck on? Yo, all my Brooklyn niggas. What happens when you go to Pennsylvania? What happens when you go to Tennessee, nigga? You gonna still talk about yo, my Brooklyn niggas? You got versatile music. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a versatile fucking artist, or else don't come out here, bro. That sense of whatever the fuck they think that old hip hop was, that shit is primitive now. All right, that's like trying to put Space Invaders out now versus niggas got these 3D graphics and shit, and you can see skin fibers on characters and shit. You talking about let's play some Space Invaders, let's play some Pac-Man,
Play
let's
some
go back to
pong.
that.
Some
Yeah,
pong.
Pong and shit. Let's go
Doop,
back to the essence, nigga.
doop,
No,
doop,
no,
doop.
nigga. That shit was a prototype for whatever the fuck shit has become and get with the times. What are you now in 3D graphics for 2024? And is that good enough for you to put out a game in the system? Is your shit good enough to be on the PS5, nigga, where niggas say, oh shit, they redid such and such?
Ah,
Ah,
yeah. They
feel me?
took Gallagher and made it some like super Gallagher and shit. Yeah.
Correct. Is your shit good enough to take your old blueprint and say, yo, in 3D, that shit is dope. The new Street Fighter is ill. You look at the old Street Fighter, you look at the new shit, they are worthy of putting their shit up to say, buy my shit for $59.99 and you go fuck with it.
Yeah.
All right. So are you able to upgrade from the old graphics to the new shit? And if you're not, take your rhyme book and jump off the fucking cliff, bro, and call it a day. Or
Yeah.
leave it for somebody that can do that.
Yeah.
Give it to a young artist. I tell niggas, yo, if you ain't got the voice and the flow no more, give it to a young nigga as notes and say, yo, say this in your generation.
Right.
And guide him. Now you're managing an artist. Like I said, step up as a manager. That goes in different ways. So you say, yo, what did Prince Father do for him in Purple Rain? God bless them both. Prince Father in Purple Rain, you went in there and found all the notes and pop shit, fell out of the sky. He couldn't perform it anymore and shit. And what did Prince do? He took it and fucking reconstructed it and made new shit. He didn't sing pop shit. He sang new shit. So if you can't pass the baton, is it worthy of passing on? Are you handing a nigga a match or a torch? All right?
True.
That's
True.
where
I
that's
mean,
where the truth with this rhyme shit. I tell you, I'm the perfect person to talk to this about, bro, because you know, I understood where my management had to come in.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To guide MCs and so on. You don't want to tell niggas, you know, pulling out shit out your ass like do this, do this. You don't experiment with people's life like that. You give them true and living guidance.
Right.
This is true and living guidance that we're giving people right now. Write
Right.
better, become an author. You know what I'm saying? If your lyrics are so dope, expand. They should be, oh shit, this little pill expanded into a goddamn super suit, nigga.
Right.
That's incredible. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean,
It gotta be that.
the bottom line is, and I've said this numerous times, this isn't, and this is why it's kind of gotten watered down. Like, this isn't for everyone.
Yes.
Like, Planet Asia, I interviewed him a long time ago, and he said, he was like, yo, I thought Big Daddy Kane lived on a big castle on a mountain somewhere, like, you know, looking down over niggas.
Yes.
Like that's what it seemed like with all of y'all. You, Chuck D, all these cats. It seemed like everybody, like, again, characters, superheroes. So it's like, you know, we've gone from that, like, it's not that everybody can't do this. So we need electricians, we need HVAC cats. I could just be getting fucked up in my crib all the time. Like, some of y'all cats should not be doing this shit, man. Like it's crazy. Like, a lot of people shouldn't be doing this. I think it's gotten watered down where it's like everybody thinks they can do this shit.
Correct,
like,
bro. Because it's so easy. Technology shit. You can fake in another nigga's voice and do this shit. Now you got clones that can go hide behind, create me a nigga voice AI, and now you can sound like your favorite whatever. So, you know, how is it even fair? You know, so you got to step into a market where people represent or recognize the true elements. Okay? You can recognize something authentic. You can't get it over on them. That's a soulful situation. You asking people in this Twilight Zone era to have soul and spirit. That's crazy to me. But that's what it is. And that's why the feel-good music that we miss, it doesn't have a place here unless you are creating a sovereign platform. This is where I go to get fed. And the artists in here, I trust them. The program directors, I trust them. That shit has to be in one unified move. How are we going to get there when we can't even get along? You got grown folks now who have fallen into this new shit like, yo, that other shit ain't coming back. Teach me how to do the Superman. Teach me how to do the whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying, son? You know what I'm saying? They done gave up. I come to New York, dog. This place is trapped out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The radio is disgusting here, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm from here and I'm disgusted, my dog. It's absolutely no balance. Absolutely no balance. You should be ashamed of themselves, dog.
yeah, New York City radio is it's beyond terrible. And yeah, I mean, it's yeah,
disgusting, dog. It's embarrassing riding in the car on silence. I'm like, yo, what's up? At least let me hear some D Block. You know, shit would have been like a little mixture of everything. Like, you can get a little mixtape, something new. You know, how do you think 50 got put on? That nigga would have mixtape shit playing on the radio, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was so hot. You don't even hear that. You don't hear no leaks. You don't hear nothing. All you hear is somebody paid hot whatever it is, some money for some airtime, and now Booty Girl got 8 slots.
That's it, fam.
And by the end of the day, we singing that hook in the bathroom, in the shower, unconsciously, nigga, like, wow, you really programmed me, dog.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, that's so embarrassing. How can you call yourself the Mecca and you don't have control of that? That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Who 50 years are you celebrating when you say 50? You celebrating 50 years of niggas making money on your back? Because the artists still don't have no power. So what are we celebrating? This is like fake ass, like Juneteenth bullshit. This is fake ass shit. You know what I'm saying? We didn't need y'all to make Juneteenth a holiday. We took off work and we did our thing. Now you in our business. What the fuck is that? Why hip hop now? You in our business. Break in and all that shit. That shit don't represent my kind of hip hop. I don't be with niggas dressing like show enough, spinning on their back and bullshit, nigga. Fuck that. I want that raw shit. Give me some raw hip hop stories about where it started and be factual. Don't talk no barbershop talk to me. I can't wait for them to see this documentary, dog. You're gonna see the movement and you're gonna see real hip hop. As we were behind the door, we protected hip hop when we was in it before we became popular. So we know what time it is, dog. Nobody can tell what the fuck is up with Black watching no fucking X-Clan, dog. Fuck them with that.
Word. So on that note, I was about to get on out of here. On that note, like, you documentary, what's just want to do a quick little update with you. What's good? What's popping? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm out here doing parts of the soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? The filming process is long, bro, because you got to realize, like, when equipment and technology rise, the status quo of the codecs and the way that things translate to these stream platforms now, because TV is not the shit anymore. You might have been fighting to get your shit on CBS or some shit back in the days now, but now it's like a million apps. And you got to realize, like, throughout all the thumbnails, where will my shit fit? You know what I'm saying? And if your film is not up to a level of done right, you don't even qualify, dog. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this. I've seen, just to be brief on it, I've seen a lot of older producers who have had shit that was done in SD instead of high definition and quality information, and they won't even accept it even if you upgrade it. So, but I'll go see a whack ass movie in good camera quality. You know what I'm saying? And that bugs me the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I say, well, look, all the quality information that's out there, if they don't upgrade their camera work and do that shit over in an artistic fashion, all that information gets flushed down the toilet. And then the fluff shit rises. And the company's only thinking like, look, all I want is content. So come in and make us look like the biggest video shit in the world. And how do you dive into that? So you got to do the politics on your films when you do them. It's not just like, yo, let me create this, everybody's going to love it. No, nigga. What are we creating for? What kind of platform? What kind of audience do we want to gravitate toward this? You now match that to what channel. If I have a historical conversation about what I've been through as a black nationalist, I don't have to go to the rap documentary channel or, what's popping, nigga. I got to go to a history channel or fucking, something that's going to make a motherfucker like, oh shit, you got a deal on Amazon or Prime where people are like, the best shit is in categories and there's no sucker shit here. You got to weigh those things.
Right.
So I'm learning those politics now.
Okay.
Just being
okay.
100 with it.
No, it makes sense. I mean, that's good. That's good intel though, because I'm actually working on a documentary right now with my man. So like, I needed to hear that. So I was like, good.
Make sure your camera is. You don't have to have $100,000 camera, but you have to have a quality one. Get you a technical man who knows, like, yo, we qualify to have our shit shown on Netflix, and he knows how to read what the qualification is. Because your shit, if it's something where it's pixelated, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, dog. You don't look ready for the dance. You know what I'm saying? You can tell a nigga who dress fly all the time versus a nigga who bought a suit for the party.
Woo!
And that's real.
That's facts right there. Anything else you got popping off before we get on out of here?
No, I'm good, man. I have some shows and shit coming up, man. That's excellent. So I'll have some updates on that. We'll probably, I think like end of August, we start jumping off on some spot dates and stuff like that. Just making my rounds and shit. So I'll have more updates and posters and pages on the site and shit like that.
Word, I'll be on. Yeah, that's dope. I'm glad you getting out. As I said, we need more Brother Jay in our lives on a daily basis. So, we're gonna get on out of here. I got another show at 10 o'clock under the radar. Where me and my man Save the Hip Hop Culture. We pump joints you probably haven't heard because it is oversaturated, and we know you haven't heard them. And they'll be like, when this came out, I'm like, yo, this came out like 8 years ago.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So, but they'll have some current material. I've been holding this album for about a year or two, man, and I think I finally found a home that we can get down with, man. But you know, it's God's way, not my way, man. So I'm just listening to the Creator and doing what I got to do.
Yeah, when it's right, it's right, man. You know what I'm saying? And it'll come out when it's whenever it comes out, it will be still needed. I mean, and it'll still be just as much fuckery going on. So don't worry. More pod eating, chicken sandwich murders, like I don't know. So yeah, so it'll still be just as valuable. I'd love to say that we won't need there, but of course, we're eagerly anticipating it. So thank you as always, man. Thanks everybody for rocking with us. This is always fun. This has been episode 38 of the Constant Elevation Show. And we'll get this up on YouTube. All of our prior builds, all 37 shows, are on the YouTube channel. So on the Caring the Culture YouTube channel, so you can check them out there. So yeah, man, thank you very much. As always, hope you stay as cool as you can be. But it's summer, so summer doing what summer do to me. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah, man, no doubt, getting it in. Big up to everybody joining us. Big up to you, Godbody, for the topics and everything, man. I appreciate your consistency, bro.
Yeah, I try to be. That's fine. I appreciate you, like, being right there, ready to rock. So it's I've always just seen value in longevity of like being able to do something. Like we've seen in baseball, dude hit steroid era, dude hit 50 home runs in like one season, but like, can you hit 30 for like 10 seasons?
Right.
Like that, like, can you just be consistently great? And I always think that, so that's, for me, that's just important. You know what I'm saying? Mom Deuce put that in, so I appreciate you, but I try not to be, I used to be aggressive when I was with people, but like, I try, hopefully, I'm glad you see the importance and value of doing it though as well. You know what I mean? So,
hey, man, it's my honor, man. My honor, brother. Indeed, man.
So,
blessings.
Yeah. So,
give the family my regards, man. Give the family my regards, man.
Same here, man. I hope everything's well out in New York. I was supposed to be out in New York in 2 weeks, man. It sucks, but the Airbnb that I had, the owner, the property manager said the owner just said no more Airbnbs.
Wow, like that. So you had to switch up the plan.
So yeah, and everything else was like 600 for like a little,
yeah,
like
sardine can and shit.
A corner. So like you just go stand in a corner with your luggage and sleep. So
yeah, that's not it, man. Wait for the right
yeah.
shit, man. Wait for the right shit.
I'm gonna try. I'm not 16 crashing nobody's couch. I'm 48 years old, so like I'm good.
There you go. So, there you go. Treat yourself to the best.
Absolutely, man. So be well. We'll talk soon, and yeah, man. The month will be here before you know it. So have a good July and safe travels and everything, man. Good luck with everything. So
indeed, God. I'll be in touch. Peace to the God.
Peace.